Mitchelton-Scott rider now leads by more than 2 minutes. Simon Yates, Michelton-Scott took his third stage victory of the 2018 Giro d'Italia as he attacked with 18 kilometers to go to win solo on stage 15 into Sappada. Yates went into the stage with a lead of 1:24 over Tom Dumoulin, Team Sunweb, and came out of it with a lead of 2:11 as he attacked on the final categorized climb of the day. Resplendent in his pink jersey on a miserable day in the Dolomites, Yates needed just 2 attacks to go solo over a chase group that failed to cooperate in the chase. Greater than 5 talking points from stage 15 of the Giro d'Italia. In the end, Yates won by 41 seconds ahead of Miguel Angel Lopez Astana, with Dumoulin in third, meaning that Yates now holds a more comfortable lead heading into Tuesday's crucial time trial. Meanwhile, Chris Froome, Team Sky, failed to allow up on his win on Monte-Zoncolan on Saturday, finishing 1:32 behind Yates. As a result, that sees him drop to 7th place in the overall standings. How? It happened after Monte-Zoncolan on Saturday. There was no let-up in the climbing on stage 15 of the Giro d'Italia, which packed in 4 climbs before an uphill finish into Sappada. As predicted, there was a fast start to the stage with relentless attacking as various groups attempted to get away but with none allowed to get any sort of a gap on the peloton. After around 30 kilometers, 2 groups of 3 riders were able to get away before joining up to form a group of 6, but they were brought back on the lower slopes of the opening climb of the Passo della Moria. Greater than 2 minutes is still not enough. Simon Yates still thinks he'll lose pink to Dumoulin in time trial. The next group that was able to get clear consisted of Nico Denz and Quentin Jarigi, Actua La Mondiale, Dayer Quintana, Movistar, and Chris Sneelands, Israel Cycling Academy, who moved clear on the valley roads between the first and second climbs. They were joined a large number of riders before the peloton sat up. Alessandro De Marchi, BMC Racing, Davide Ballerini and Fausto Masnada, Androni Sidermec, Sasha Modolo, EF Education First Repack, Zdenek Stybar, Quick Step, Manuel Mori and Diego Ulissi, UAE Team Emirates, Michael Scherel, Actua La Mondiale, Alexei Lutsenko, Astana, Nicolo Bonifacio, Giovanni Visconti, and Antonio Nibali, Bahrain Merida, Giulio Ciccone and Enrico Barbin, Bardiani CSF, Matthew Ladanius, Groupama FDJ, Christian Sabarali, Israel Cycling Academy, Tosh van der Sande, Lotto Fixal, Sam Bewley, Mitchelton-Scott, Maurits Lammerdink, Katusha Alpecin, and Gianluca Brambilla, Trek Segafredo, were the riders to make the junction to form a 24-strong front group. That group quickly opened a gap of around 3 minutes as the peloton took its lunch before EF Education First Repack, who had only sprinter Modolo in the break, started to work on the front of the bunch. The American team was able to trim a minute off the break's lead before the start of the third category Passo Tre Croci with 74 kilometers to go, and the reason for the high pace became clear when Michael Woods attacked midway up the climb. Wood was immediately able to open the gap as Mitchelton-Scott opted not to chase, while the acceleration caused chaos at the back of the bunch as plenty of riders were dropped and Fabio R. UAE Team Emirates was put into trouble. Back at the front, Ciccone pushed on along with Sneelands and the Actua La Mondiale duo of Denz and Scherel before they were joined by Quintana 3 kilometers before the top of the climb before Sneelands was dropped ahead of the descent. By the top, Woods was just 55 seconds behind the leaders, with the peloton, led by Mitchelton-Scott and Team Sky, a further 1:05 back. As the rain fell on the descent, it was Denz and Scherel who pushed on to drop Ciccone and Quintana before waiting for the Colombian to make a 3-man group at the front of the race with a 2:40 lead over the peloton, although they were soon joined by Ciccone and Visconti. Meanwhile, Woods had struggled to open a gap, and was only 40 seconds ahead of the peloton as the road flattened out, and the American rider decided to cut his losses and sit up to wait for the bunch. First of the duo of finishing's climb started with 38 kilometers to go with the break 1:46 up the road, where Ciccone once again moved to the front to drive the break, dropping Quintana, then Visconti, and finally Scherel. Meanwhile Team Sunweb took up the pace, setting on the front of the bunch and immediately put Aru back in trouble, with the Italian national champion swiftly dropped. By the time the pink jersey group reached the top of the climb, there were only around 20 riders in contention, with the gap to the break being just half a minute. Once again Dens chose to push on the descent to drop Ciccone and open his lead back out to 40 seconds as he started the Costellas oil climb, with 19 kilometers remaining, but was soon swept up as the action kicked off behind. Miguel Angel Lopez Astana led the peloton down the descent and immediately attacked the climb to cause a split, which only Simon Yates and Jack Haig, Michelton-Scott, Thibaut Pinot, Groupama FDJ, Tom Dumoulin, Team Sunweb, Domenico Pozzovivo, Bahrain Merida, Richard Carapaz, Movistar, and George Bennett, Latinal Jumbo, followed immediately. Having won on the Zoncolan on Saturday, Chris Froome, Team Sky, was one of those distanced as Sergio Henao worked to try and bring his team leader back. Froome dropped. Yates saw an opportunity to gain time and launched an attack of his own, which only Lopez was able to follow, Dumoulin biding his time and getting into his rhythm just as he did on the Zoncolan. Surely enough, Dumoulin rejoined Yates along with Carapaz, Pinot, and Pozzovivo, but Yates had more to give and he attacked again, this time able to escape solo and open more of a gap. Pozzovivo and Pinot took responsibility for the chase as Yates pushed on ahead, climbing out of the saddle with his hands in the drops in a manner that would have pleased any roadside fans of Marco Pantana. By the top of the climb with 15 kilometers to go, Yates had a lead of 18 seconds over the chasers, with Froome, now with Wout Poels by his side, suffering another 45 seconds back. Yates opened another 10 seconds on the descent, and with 10 kilometers to go had a lead approaching half a minute. Behind, Tom Dumoulin was starting to get frustrated as he gesticulated at the other riders to work before Pinot went on the attack but was unable to get away. That poor cooperation allowed Yates to further open his lead to 51 seconds with 5 kilometers remaining, before Dumoulin decided to take matters into his own hands as he took sole responsibility for the chase. However, the Dutchman paid for his effort as Carapaz attacked and Dumoulin was unable to follow the response by Pinot, Lopez, and Pozzovivo. That move trimmed a few seconds from Yates' lead, but the squabbling soon recommenced behind while the pink jersey started to ride away once more. In the end, Yates had plenty of time to enjoy his third stage win of the race, crossing the line with no other rider in sight before Lopez won the sprint for second ahead of Dumoulin at 41 seconds. Results: Giro d'Italia 2018, Stage 15, Tolmezzo to Sappada, 176 km 1. Simon Yates, GBR, Mitchelton-Scott, in 4:37.56.2. Miguel Angel Lopez, Col Astana, at 41 secs 3. Tom Dumoulin, Ned, Team Sunweb 4. Domenico Pozzovivo, Ida, Bahrain Merida 5. Richard Carapaz, AQ, Movistar 6. Thibaut Pinot, FRA, Groupama FDJ, all at same time 7. Alexander Chinese, FRA, AG2R La Mondiale, at 1:20.8. Davide Formulo, Ida, Bora Hansgrohe 9. Hello Bilbao, Spa, Astana 10. Samoaman, Ned, Team Sunweb, all at same time. General classification after stage 15-1. Simon Yates, GBR, Mitchelton-Scott, in 6:5.57.37.2. Tom Dumoulin, Ned, Team Sunweb, at 2:11.3. Domenico Pozzovivo, Ida, Bahrain Merida, at 2:2.84. Thibaut Pinot, FRA, Groupama FDJ, at 2:3.75. Miguel Angel Lopez, Col Astana, at 4:2.7.6. Richard Carapaz, AQ, Movistar Team, at same time 7. Chris Froome, GBR, Team Sky, at 4:5.2.8. George Bennett, NZL, Latinal Jumbo, at 5:3.49. Hello Bilbao, Spa, Astana, at 55910. Patrick Conrad, AUT, Bora Hansgrohe, at 6-13.